Good morning to you and welcome to the ultimate, most satisfying week this month because you have chosen to be part of the most exciting breakfast television show, Wake Up Nigeria.
We can't overemphasize the importance of starting your Monday and your week the right way with us. So get ready for a fantastic edition of the show and, of course, a marvelous week.
Yes, indeed. We can't do it without Mike because he's here. He brings all the excitement.
Yep.
Yeah.
So February is like, this is like the longest February in a while.
No.
Yes.
Now.
Yeah, it looks like it was longer than January, but finally we're in the final week of February. Very perfect month. 21st, today's 21st, so every day of the week has 4, is in force. So, you know, very perfect month. Started Monday, ends on a Sunday. Perfect month.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. I also understand that you're 6,000 naira short, but it's okay.
Anyhow.
Invest in your dreams. Grind now, shine later. Hustle. Don't sleep because hustlers never do. They only take naps. Get your grind and make your dreams a reality. That's my little Monday motivation for you.
Let me add something to that. Greatness only comes before hustle in the dictionary. You know,
Wait, Martino, hold on. What did you say? Hustlers don't sleep.
We don't sleep, man. We grind all the time. Nah, we nap.
You have come now. Aspire to perspire.
There's enough sleep when you're dead, and that will be until.
Oh man, don't listen to Martino this morning, please.
But it's all good. But I was picking on yours.
Yeah, of course. Now you need to do what you feel in your heart. You know, something that will feel right for you. Or you know, sometimes you might even be criticized for it, but as long as you're doing something that feels right for you, just keep doing it.
Yes, and as usual, it's all good vibes this Monday morning and the entire week. So I advise that you stay tuned for the next 1 hour and 45 minutes. Grab a cup of your favorite beverage, whatever it might be, spiked or not, and let's go at Monday all together.
We don't spike on Mondays.
I don't know.
We don't spike on Mondays. It's too early. There's so much excitement in the air. Of course, loads to look out for on today's show. My name is Titi Layo.
And of course, my name is Mazino Appeal. Remember, you can use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all social media platforms to be a part of the best breakfast show on Nigerian television.
Remember, you can always watch us live from absolutely anywhere across the world. Just use our mobile app. You can download that from Google Play or iOS. And we implore you to follow us across all our social media platforms. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and maybe soon TikTok.
Hey, we're going to be doing that.
Soon.
It's at TVC Connects all around. For now, we've got a very interesting lineup. Let's tell you what the highlight is going to be like.
We're going to be talking about emotions. Now, we're going to be motivating ourselves.
Yes,
we have a lot of tweets that come through every single week. Now, Mike decided to motivate some people last week. Let's see how far he's been going with that effort.
Yes,
motivation gave us this early morning. It's okay.
You know what I'm talking
you don't
about.
sleep, you only nap. What's that?
Yes, indeed. And of course, I think coming up, we're going to have some interesting poetry. All you need to do is just stay right here because it is going to be fantastic, especially the best way to get your day started. Also, Treasure TDK Eruro is a spoken word artist, a poet, and also performer with over 50 published and unpublished poetry pieces to her credit. A Letter to the Devil, Broken, Excellence in the Ordinary, and We Will Thrive. These are some of them. Some of her most recent works were also released on the 14th of February 2021. Her style of poetry is emotive and reflective. Akintade Daniel, who goes by the stage name Danny Spencer, is all around. He's all around in terms of creative process of music. He is a singer, songwriter, composer, and also music performer, and he will be performing the song "Light." Can't get that out of my head.
DWAD Creations is a Pan-African innovation-driven company that provides value-oriented synergy in architecture and fashion design. It's made up of 2 operational arms, and we'll be finding out much more about this company, and we'll be joined by the CEO, Olushola Adetutu. All right.
Well, what can I say?
Brand new week, people.
What could be rule, what will be. Everywhere could be why.
I have no idea where you're going, but I do know that it was
more lost than you are.
Yeah, but I do know that it was World Mother Tongue Day yesterday.
So I thought we'd say something in our mother tongue each. I don't know.
Continue thinking. Just keep the thoughts.
You have to come on. Say something.
Keep the thoughts. Keep the thoughts.
Say something, Mike.
Continue.
Mike, encourage me.
Continue with the thoughts.
Encourage me.
Don't
the thought is wonderful. How was your weekend, by the way? How did you spend the weekend?
It was great.
weekend?
fantastic.
How did you invest weekend?
It was a slow weekend. I don't know about you, but I just chose to spend most of it. Actually, spent all of Saturday wrenching on my car and the bike and everything. Took everything apart, put it back together for no reason, absolutely.
So I took Mike's advice this past weekend, and I went.
Advice?
Yes, you advised. You said one day that going to the beach in the evenings was a very good idea.
Oh.
And I hadn't been to the beach at night before.
Oh.
So
you used to go to the houses.
Yes, I used to go in the morning
we have,
and afternoon.
We have so much sun around. So, so going to, you know, normally when outside, when you go to the beach, you go to Basca and, you know, you go to tan and all of that. We have enough tan already. I'm so black. So I can't go to the beach and to tan. So that's why.
Well, I don't know. Salt, sand, and sun just don't mix for me.
Really?
Nah, it's a bad mixture. So I would never be at the beach in the afternoon.
Yeah.
The nighttime is the
nighttime
best
is cool.
But I just have a thing against Nigerian beaches.
well,
Except the few I've been to all the way in Ekpe, which are very, very serene and beautiful.
I'm very far, man. So the distance is always the problem.
The distance is the problem. So it's a once in a while type of thing.
But we have resorts here in Nigeria that could contend with resorts anywhere in the world.
I agree with you.
It's just that we don't publicize them enough.
I agree with you.
We don't take enough pictures and post, and you know, we don't appreciate them enough. And hopefully that'll change. Because I had a blast. It was just the air was cool. It was just.
You went with the husband, yes?
No. I went to my own. I went to my own.
Oh, you didn't get anybody hit on you. Like,
funny enough, do you know, it's like they're afraid. They're afraid because they see why alone. They're like, they call it fear. Like,
but I feel that alone, that being alone, is in that kind of environment, serene and all of that. You know, somewhere where you can see what's that? You can be Moana or something. You can feel like Moana. You see.
Tell you what we're going to do. Let's do the weather, then we're going to do the news. Once again, welcome for the week. Wake Up Nigeria, final week in February. You guys are looking forward to payday, so is Mike. We'll be back. The hour here for a Monday, and we begin with the news. Now, the House of Representatives also commiserating with the Nigerian Air Force and families of the dead in the ill-fated plane crash. Its Committee on Air Force, chaired by Shehu Koko, promised to work with the NFA authorities to unravel the remote cause of its crash. While the committee mourns the families of the deceased, it urged Nigerians to remain calm and await the outcome of the investigation already launched by the Chief of Air Staff. The Nigerian Air Force has released the names of the officers who died in the plane crash. Now, this was disclosed in a statement issued by Air Force spokesperson Ibikunle Daramola. The deceased officers are Flight Lieutenant Haruna Gazama, who was the captain, Flight Lieutenant Henry Pio, who served as the co-pilot, and Flying Officer Michael Opara, who was the Airborne Tactical Observation System Specialist. Others killed include Warrant Officer Basi Etim, Flight Sergeant Olasukami Oluwumi, and Sergeant Ugochukwu Oluka, who served as ATOS Specialist, and Aircraftsman Adewale Johnson, who was the onboard technician. Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari has sent his condolences to the Nigerian Air Force and families of the victims who died in the crash. The president's message was contained in a statement by his special advisor on the media and publicity, Femi Adesina. The president said he was deeply saddened by the unfortunate loss of the dedicated and courageous personnel who died in the line of duty and prayed for the peace of the departed souls. He added that while investigations into the cause of the crash are ongoing, the safety of the Nigerian airspace remains a key priority of the government. Some good news now coming from Niger State says the 19 members of the same family who were kidnapped on a Niger State Transport Authority bus along Katangara Road have been released. Governor Abubakar Sani Bello confirmed the release yesterday through his official Twitter account. The passengers were kidnapped on the 15th of February on their way back from a wedding in a Rijal local government area of the state. The kidnappers had a video demanding a ransom of 500 million naira for their release, threatening to kill the hostages should the government fail to meet their demands. But the state government said it would not pay ransom to any kidnapper or for the abducted passengers and students of Government Science College, Kagara, who were abducted in the early hours of Wednesday. And now let's do some sports. Mike can't wait. He is on standby.
Hi and welcome back. Now it's time for us to take some music. We have Akintade Daniel, who goes by the stage name Danny Spencer. Now he's an all-rounder in terms of the creative process when it comes to music, and he's a singer, songwriter, composer, and he's going to be performing for us today. Good morning, Spencer.
Good morning.
How's it going? All right. So talk to us about this song. What's the name of the track?
Light.
Light.
Light. Actually, as the song implies, light. Well, I just sang this song. I just sang this song to enlighten people.
Okay.
And to serve as like a medium to pass message to people and to give people hope.
Amen to that. Amen to that. We need that hope. We need that motivation early in the morning, especially on a Monday. And, well, hey, I can't wait to see this performance. We have Danny Spencer with Light.
Spiritual. Oh, yeah.
It's Clark the Baby.
Yeah. I'm getting money on the low, steady cashing out on the low. Me and my team now on the low. We see nobody with the flex all alone. I'm getting money, yeah, on the low, steady cashing out on the low. Me and my team now on the low. We see nobody with the flex all alone. No time for drama, no time for talkie. If no the money matter, man I go walkie. Smoke marijuana, forget the worry. I'm blessed, you know, don't tell me I'm lucky. No time for drama, no time for talkie. No the money matter, man I go walkie. Smoke marijuana, forget the worry. I'm blessed, you know, don't tell me I'm lucky. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, what is still for me? I'm gonna get it back. Ereke, chin, ereke, chin, ereke, chin. No time for drama, no time for talkie. If no the money matter, man I go walkie. Smoke marijuana, forget the worry. I'm blessed, you know. Fill my cup, love, till it's overflowing. Spirit of the music world, put me on. Don't let me down, lift me up. Scatter, life of the party, they say nobody bother. Tell me who be their father. Living my best life, man, send them to them too. You love me, girl, and I love you too. Don't let them tell you, say, you know, free elevate. Rise on your feet, let's celebrate. Kama shayelo. Don't let them tell you, say, you know, free elevate. Rise on your feet, let's celebrate. Kama shayelo. Ereke, chin. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, what is still for me? I'm gonna get it back. Ereke, chin. Ereke, chin. No time for drama, no time for talkie. If no the money matter, man I go walkie. Smoke marijuana, forget the worry. I'm blessed, you know. Fill my cup, love, till it's overflowing. Spirit of the music world, put me on. Don't let me down, lift me up.
You're mixing by RG.
It's Clark the Baby.
Loading. All right, okay, so we're in the kitchen. It's a Monday morning.
My quality control.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's the truth.
Quality control.
Chef Shebiotuma in the house. Good morning. It's great to have you this Monday morning. And this is the perfect Monday morning breakfast.
Yes, sir.
Use this one to start your week. Your week is set and controlled. What are we doing this morning?
We are doing something light.
Well, something light. Hey, if this one is light, I can't wait for when it's heavy. So what is it?
It's okra ogbono soup.
Wow, okra and ogbono soup. Wonderful. And when you take this thing with fufu or pounded yam.
That's why you are quality control.
Your money is ready to start. Okay, let's look at the ingredients. What are we
so
working with?
We have our pomon, our okra, our crayfish, stockfish, our turkey meat.
Okay.
Chili pepper.
Okay.
The ogbono.
All right.
Chili pepper.
The way this thing is arranged here, I don't even want you to start cooking. Just leave it like this, and let's just keep this short.
And
this
our
is wonderful.
onions.
Wonderful.
And our yellow gari.
Okay.
Yes.
And what's
That's
this?
Our,
okay, crayfish here.
Yes.
Right.
Ogbono.
Okay,
and this is our salt.
And this is our salt for taste.
Yes.
Wonderful. So let's get straight to it. Let's get started.
We are getting started. We are
wonderful.
boiling our meat.
Okay, that's just all turkey, right?
Yes.
And it's very little water you have there, right?
Yes, I'm not going to put water. I want it to bring out its own water, so it will be more spicy.
I once heard that thing that turkey has some sort of liquid inside, you know, so you don't have to put so much water.
So much water, exactly.
Okay, so what do you call this style of boiling? Is there any name for it?
No, it's just parboil.
Normal. Okay, just normal parboil.
Yes.
Wow. I've learned this. Last time I tried, okay, I just put salt inside.
Yeah.
Okay, for taste. All right. That's good.
My crayfish has the spice, nothing, yeah. You know, these are natural spice.
It is. But I know a number of people who have some sort of aversion for crayfish. You know, they don't like it.
Well, maybe they don't like it when it's big like this. But crayfish is so good.
It's the taste. They say they're allergic to it. So when they taste crayfish, they start feeling somehow and all of that.
Some people are like, but it's quite good.
It is.
They are all running away from any artificial, addictive taste now. So what we want now is all natural.
I like this. So we don't have any seasoning cube here?
For now, nothing of such.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Okay.
I'm trying to put my stockfish, so...
Okay, so we put them all at once. It's not like we have to wait for the turkey to maybe...
So, you know, this is always hard sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I already soak it, but, you know, for it to be soft.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And there's well, for this to work, it can't work inside, or it can't work on a normal kind of pot. It has to be this type of pot, right?
No,
you can use the normal pot.
You can use
this is non-stick, right?
Non-stick. Yes.
So because if you use normal pot and there's no water, the thing can start to burn like that. The kind of pot that is in my house.
I might don't start that one now.
All right, but this looks good. Okay, so the pomo has gone in also. Everything is going in at the same time.
Not everything, though.
Okay.
You can do that.
All the major ingredients, because this is the major part. Every other thing here is by the side. These are the major things. So that's why I said everything has gone in.
It's hard. You have to make it soft.
Okay.
That's why we are putting it now.
Okay. None of them is going to be fried?
None of them. None of them.
Okay. Okay, so you want all the whole natural taste and all of that.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So our okra, are we going to cut the okra?
Yes, I'm going to chop it.
Okay, let's see that. So growing up, we used to pound okra after cutting it. Is that still valid? People still do it? Yes. And so does this so we'll cut it. I don't know. Has anybody done that before?
Like this?
Do you pound okra? I don't know. Anybody? Do you pound okra? So
yeah, from this side of.
We're supposed to pound it now, just to make it, you know. The way she's looking at me, just to, I don't know, but I used to. Okay, so because
you know, sometimes all these okras are always. Now we are in dry season.
Okay.
I'm not comfortable with this now, so I'm not going to use it.
Okay, that's okay. That's definitely okay.
That's why I think that's why the idea of pounding will come in.
Yeah. Because so when you pound, it becomes more malleable or something.
You can see this one is, yes, but you know, you hardly pound. Well, maybe
there are different styles, so people do different things.
Different
so when the thing now comes out, different from the way you probably know it. So
soft.
Yeah, so
some people blend it.
And so everything now becomes like a paste and all of that.
Some people blend this.
Exactly.
And some people, like for me, I don't like blend because it will be too soft.
And then of course, you can grate it now.
You can grate it with your grater.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can, right?
Yes.
So it's different styles. I think it's all about different feels, right? Different styles. So you have a different feel if you do any of these ones on that particular okra soup. So that's why when I grew up with having to grate or pound it. So when I came and saw okra soup and I'll see the okra as though, you know, cut like that and big, I always used to feel, you know, what's this thing? This thing is not well done. But hey, come on, different strokes for different folks. It depends on what works for you. You get different stuff.
My QC.
Yeah, correct. Let's. Okay, so you're okay with this particular one, right?
I'm okay with this.
You're okay.
I'm okay with this. You know, now it's not in season. It will have more than this, but you know.
I thought it was all round. So okra, it does have its season.
Yes. You know, we are in dry season now.
Okay, so it's not normally you hardly ever see during dry
season. Even our so-called ewedu and all.
And all of that during dry season, it's quite
expensive. You might not really see it fresh like that. Yes.
So what if I get it and maybe put it in water for a while? Does that
as in the whole of this in water? Well,
I don't know. Would that help?
It will not help though, but it can. Like how many days? Let me ask you.
Maybe like a day, maybe evening before I use it or something. I don't know.
Why are you putting it in water?
I'm just thinking. I know. Why when you marinate? So what if you marinate the okra?
No, I mean I've not done that practical before. My QC is taking to another level.
All right. Chef Yotima is here. This is going to be a wonderful meal this morning. Of course, you're going to have it with the different varieties of swallow. We're doing yellow gari here, but of course, there's a lot you can do. We'll let you know how it's going in the course of the show. We'll just take this time out now. There's quite a lot more to come after this.
Welcome back. It's an exciting Monday edition here for Wake Up Nigeria. And of course, today, we have Treasure TDK Eruro. She's a spoken word artist, poet, and also performer with over 50 published and unpublished poetry pieces to her credit. A Letter to the Devil, Broken, Excellence in the Ordinary, We Will Thrive. These are just some of them. Her most recent release is Dear Future Husband, which was released on the 14th of February 2021. Her style of poetry is emotive and reflective. It is so good to have you here with us, Treasure TDK. I can't wait to see or hear what it is you have for us today. I have a few questions that I'd really like to ask you. I fear that I might know the answer to this one, but what exactly influences your kind of poetry?
Oh, well, it's simple. My love for God, pretty much, and the Spirit of God, especially when I'm dealing with depression. That's like the major time where these words are cooked. So.
Cooked. I like that word. Yes, and then your last one, a letter to my husband. But are you married? Aren't you married?
No, dear future husband, no, I'm not married.
You're not married?
Yeah, that's why I wrote him a letter.
We do have one person here who's not married. Maybe Mike might want to read that book or something. It might be a letter to him. I'm just thinking. but if Mike is there, so Mike, would you like to read this, Mike? Look at him. Well, Treasure, look.
Let's go fast.
A very stunning specimen for you there. You might want to. Okay, so listen, we can't wait to, hear your delivery. We've been looking forward to it all weekend, and finally you're here. So we're just going to let you go ahead and enthrall us with your piece.
Dear future husband, just so you know, I've been through a lot. I can tell you for free that I've been through hell, but you probably should know that I was born from the flames. And yeah, I'm hot. I mean, I've been hurt. But the heat has taught me to chill in the coolness of God's presence. After all, that's all I've had in this fight. And fight, yes, because this battle has been on since the day I was born. So much I wondered at your existence. But love showed you to me in my mind's eyes. And though I don't have your face or your name, but I see God and His love in the light of your vessel. I've been waiting for you, darling. Like a dedicated soldier holding the gates in time of war for the king to come in. I've been wrestling with all kinds of enemies. Self, when my hands touch me, dirty. When women with unstable ignorance and men with broken promises stop by for a drink of my fountain, I was left high and dry. I found comfort with enemies that made me flirt with darkness for a while, romancing depression and loneliness. Found nothing at the bottom of bottles. No smoke could screen my hate for me and mine, yet for every time I wanted to give up on you. The thought of us holding hands in worship holds me back. But I feel so lonely in this fight for two. Wondering if you are fighting for two, keeping your horse ready for this battle. Knowing the kind of times we're in, darling, I wish I could tell you that purity is my middle name. But faith, patience, and empathy is the core of this treasure's game. My mind might not be pure, but my heart is so sure. And darling, I'm writing this letter to you to tell you that I'm done. Been my wicked word lately, but I'm done with hypocrisy, done with the baggage of the past, I'm done with the stories of my scars, done hiding in the shadows of stars, I'm done. Been anybody's fancy show or lab rat, I'm done with all the fears and tears and cares of this world. I care less. I was wrecked and less of me. I'm done because of this. I'm ready to wait for you. I come clean, because my Jesus says I am clean. He exchanged my past for his future. And darling, it springs joy from my tender heart and envelopes me with safety. I know you know what I mean. I see you two are made of him. So I'm gonna drop this letter here. To the next one I'll write to you on our wedding day. And oh, what joy it will bring to finally meet our help and helpmeets, joined by our help and meeting needs. And maybe on our wedding night too. But that letter will come with sounds of heaven, like God's making a ritual of worship with strings of love bonding in freedom, careless and reckless of what might be or not. That letter will be less of me and more of us. Until then, darling, I wait.
My wife.
So we're right here in the kitchen, and Chef Shebiotimo, that was wonderful, by the way. I don't know, should we clap or just be solemn and soak it all in? But that was a wonderful, wonderful rendition. That was a wonderful rendition. I treasure. That was quite something. You know, I really enjoyed that. Yeah, that was quite. I love the whole sound and music and all of that. It really did make sense. Okay, so Shibotimo, you're already gone very far.
Not far.
Okay, so this is your bono.
Yes.
Why is your bono looking like crayfish?
Well, that's the color. That's the color.
Okay. All right. So we had palm oil.
Yes.
First of all, right?
Yes, palm oil. Then our bono.
And then all right. Okay. So
we have not gone far.
Very little oil. I noticed.
Very little.
We
have some people that don't eat so much of oil. So,
okay.
I mean, that category. That
so it's all, it's okay. It's good to just put it to moderate it, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. That's nice. So how long does this? Is the very important part? Is it still boiling?
No. I'm putting it inside now.
Okay, we're putting it inside. How long will this simmer for?
We are going there now.
Oh, just almost at once, eh?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Are you seeing this? Whoa. Oh. I love that sound. That's the sound of freedom.
Okay now.
That's how freedom sounds.
I'm trying to put it.
Look at see freedom. Look at them. They are going out from bondage into freedom. See? You need to look at it. I'm done. I'm done with all the cage and the bars that keep me in. I'm done. Now this is freedom. The Ogbono, we swim into with the pomo and turkey and okoroko and skumbia. I'm done.
You are done.
Until when this team finish and somebody now come want to drag this food with me, that's how you know you are done. That's how you know you are done. This is wonderful. Okay, this still crayfish, this big one. This is closer to prawn than crayfish. Oh.
Yeah, but prawn is bigger than this one.
Is it? You don't have small prawn.
Yeah, that's called crayfish.
Okay. Okay. All right, but this is it. That's your okoroko?
The okoroko went first.
Went in. So what's the dry one?
The dry one is shower, popularly known as shower.
Oh, shower. Is there no? Don't we have a Pala in this thing. Pala will make sense. I knew now this kind of things. It's Pala that they used to use.
I announced that the Pala is missing.
Completes the freedom.
Oh my God.
This is looking nice. I love how this is looking. Is this okay? We're going to put some salt here for. Okay. Oh wow. So well, this is really coming good, coming together and coming good. All right. Okay. So there's quite a lot that is.
I'm trying to put water.
Okay. So I know that I noticed that you are really, when it comes to water and all of that, you put it in small quantity and all of that.
It's better to be moderate than to go.
Okay, so yeah, so if it's too little, then you can always add as it goes.
But if you add too much water, it will now look as if, what's this chef cooking?
It depends, you know. Sometimes when you want the soup to last longer. When you want the soup to last longer, you don't mistake. It doesn't.
Quality control.
It's just water now. You know, we need water. The body is 70%. The body is 70% water. So at times you need water, quite a lot of water. There are many, but this one this thing is
still thick. This is not. Still had more water.
This is not. This thing is not soup. I hope you know.
It's not soup.
Yes.
What is it now?
Because there's no soup in the chicken. In the turkey and the bomo. The turkey and the bomo is just too much. Where would the swallow find the soup?
This is my chili pepper.
Okay, this is chili pepper, eh?
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. I like that. That's, for me, that's quite a very important part or ingredient of what we're putting here together. All right, so that's it. There's quite a lot. We'll get to show you how we progress. And, of course, this is quite close to what the final thing will look like. We'll take this time up now. And the first lap, of course, is done. The second lap, of course, we'll bring it all home. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us.
Oh, yes, it is the second hour here for Wake Up Nigeria. And once again, since it's a Monday, I'm going to reel this one in for you. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard enough. And if everything seems to be under control, you're not going fast enough. I would know.
Let me see if I can match that. Now, opportunity is missed by most people because it's dressed in overalls and looks like work.
No bad.
Be open to new things this week and you'll be surprised how far you might go.
Yes, indeed. Good morning and once again, welcome to the second lap of your premium breakfast show here. Family entertainment and all. We are Wake Up Nigeria.
Yes, so the next 45 minutes is going to be really exciting, pure entertainment coming up. And we're going to have quite a bit happening. My name is Titilayo Oyinson.
My name is Mazino Appeal. And oh, what a session we had with Treasure TDK. I was done by the time she was done. We have to look for husband, Mike. I don't know, but I'm suggesting that this might be the future Mrs. Mesikeno. You know?
Mazino, what's doing you? Are you going to be father of the day?
Mike,
so there's asking price. We'll start with 20 million.
Wow.
You have to bid for it.
Wow.
If you're not able to bid, just keep quiet. Don't talk again.
I do want to bust your bubble, but I can't wait to see her standing right next to you because she's an entire 3 feet taller. Oh, I'm sorry.
Wow.
Where was I?
Mazino, low blow.
You see,
no, I couldn't get low
Mazino, you're not eating this food today.
Goodness
You're not
me.
eating this food today.
Okay, so if you want to see the end of this particular conversation, if we can call it a conversation, you should use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all social media platforms. Tell us what you think about that match. Is it made in heaven or just made on the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen? Remember, we're going to be talking to her a little later on, so you'll get to see who we're talking about.
Can't wait. By the way, you can also see us live while we're having that conversation with her across all social media platforms, especially on Facebook. And you also want to make sure that you download our app. It is on Google Play Store and also on iOS.
Of course.
All you need to do is just search it out. You'll get it.
Follow us as much as possible. Just use... Wow. It's mother tongue. Okay, you know what? At TVC Connect is the handle you need to look forward to following. We have quite a bit in our highlights. Let's take that walk down memory lane, shall we? We'll be exploring the most significant things taking place this week in history.
DWAD Creations is a Pan-African innovative-driven company that provides value-oriented synergy in architecture and also fashion design, which is made up of 2 operational arms. We'll be finding out much more as we are joined by the CEO, Olusola Adetutu.
It's actually amazing what Nigerian business owners, SME owners are coming up with these days. Some very innovative stuff. And we're always, you know, it's always a pleasure meeting new ones every single week. You know, always a pleasure.
So also over the weekend, it was the finals of the Australian Open for men and women, and Naomi Osaka, of course, and Novak Djokovic. Naomi Osaka is probably the generation taking over from Serena. And then there has been this debate, very strong one. People have very strong opinions on both sides. Should a Serena or Venus, should they retire? And the opinions on both sides are very, very strong, and they are going at each other. I mean, she's 40 now. You understand? She's a runner-up, and she has a kid now. She's going up against what now? 19, 20-year-olds. I'm like, hey, mama, it's time. Leave when the ovation is close to being loudest and all of that.
Yeah.
And then there's the other part who say, look, the second best player at the Australian Open, why should she retire? You know, so it's the opinions have been going back and forth. And for me, I would stick with the why should she retire? Yeah.
So I think, you know, there's a lot of other opportunities she could look into in and around tennis. You know, merchandising, branding, coaching herself. She could actually coach people.
Suits, by the way.
Amazing stuff. So and she's also been doing a lot of motivational talk. She's invested in so many different platforms.
She didn't say she wants to do that. She wants to play.
She
will keep playing. It's fun. You know, so there's this particular post where someone went up, but it was so heated, like, no, she should retire. Come on, man.
When does retirement age for sports is what we should be asking. Footballers normally retire at 35. Now,
if your body can take you,
exactly. So this is where I was going.
If your body can take you,
age is just continue.
Why not just
However,
continue?
eventually, at the end of the day,
we've had people retire at 20. 25. Maybe they've been injured so much and their bodies couldn't take the toil and, you know, the strain.
It's actually a personal choice.
So,
it has nothing to do with the fans or the followers. It's a personal choice. If she wants to keep going, she should.
She also has her struggles as well. If I'm not mistaken, she's struggling with lupus, if I'm correct.
You know, she spoke about a lot of things. And her sister especially also said, look, the sport is what keeps me alive. That's what keeps me going. When I wake up and I feel like, okay, there's a mountain to surmount, I might not, you know, get to the peak, but at least I wake up with that feeling that, look, there is something that I can go for, something bigger. And that's a life that a lot of people don't have.
And you have to remember that this is something they started from childhood. They started from the very beginning. Their father took them through the motions from. So it's like asking a Michael Jackson not to sing. I
can't wait to see the movie about them, by the way, the one Will Smith stars in. I can't remember the name, but it's a Mr. Something. But I look forward to seeing how he actually portrays their father and exactly the details to how they grew up, because there's a lot that it's going to reveal. These girls were practically in the military. Let's just
it was that strict.
You know, definitely. I mean, you can't see. Look, I always say it, and I say it again. We believe so much in favor and grace in this part of the country. You cannot be top or excellent at anything. You cannot be number 1, number 2, number 3 at anything without some level, without that strong discipline. I mean, you're talking about, I mean, you remember Michael Jackson, have you seen My Childhood? If you're going to be that good, man, something has to give. Something has to give, especially when it comes to sports or anything on the arts. The body, it will take its toll. I mean, come on, if you want your name to be written amongst the stars, then you're going to have to do the work. And so kudos to Serena. I'm still rooting for her. That 24th title will come. Novak, of course, 19 now, 20, 19. He's now equal with Nadal. Of course, the plan is to beat Roger Federer's record of 20 Grand Slams. And I think Novak will do it. But it's going to be hard, you know, that thinking about this guy came up like, I mean, they call him the Joker. He always had this this party style that what he does that after games he mimics all the top players. So everybody had this thing, that he's a Joker.
I've seen it.
He'll come and mimic Nadal, he'll mimic Federer and all of that. But look, the way he's going, he could retire as the GOAT. That's the greatest of all time, you know, with the most Grand Slams. He's 19 now. I mean, there are 3 more to go this year. Federer seems like he's out of it. Nadal, of course, is still in it. He now has 9 titles at Australian Open, the same number of titles that that Nadal has on clay. That's talking about the Roland Garros, the French Open. So, hey, come on. Novak as the GOAT will be, it has a nice ring to it, the Joker who's the GOAT.
Michael has just managed to make this entire
It has a nice ring to it. That's why he's so quiet. And it's good when you're not talking.
Motivational.
It's good when you're not talking. But
congratulations to Osaka. Absolutely enjoyed her win. I was actually looking forward to it. There was no other person to pick for that one. So,
Yeah.
hey,
And you made more money last year.
However, I just wanted to make a quick mention the unfortunate incidents that happened yesterday with the plane crash, the military jet crash in Abuja. Very sad, commiserate with the families. There was another instance, however, on Saturday that happened in Denver, Colorado. I don't know if you guys read about this, but there was this very scary video and a picture of this plane engine on fire. It was a video, so this person must have been in there, you know, making this video.
He was watching the engine burn.
Which was very scary. They are safe. They crash landed back in Denver. It was very interesting because the plane also disintegrated onto people's houses, much like the instance that we had in Abuja, which is why I just wanted to mention it. But
no more sad news.
No more sad news this year.
No more sad news. We have to take a quick break, but we'll be back.
Welcome back. Second hour here, Wake Up Nigeria. We've got a few minutes to go. Let's do the news. Now, the Nigerian Air Force has released the names of officers who died in the plane crash. This was disclosed in a statement issued by Air Force spokesman Ibukunle Daramola. The deceased officers are Flight Lieutenant Haruna Gazama, who was the captain, Flight Lieutenant Henry Piro, who served as the co-pilot, and Flying Officer Michael Okpara, who was the Airborne Tactical Observation System Specialist. Others killed include Warrant Officer Basietim, Flight Sergeant Olasukami Olawomi, and Sergeant Ogochukwu Oluku, who served as ATOS Specialist, and Aircraftsman Adewale Johnson, who was the onboard technician. The House of Representatives has also commiserated with the Nigerian Air Force and families of the dead in the ill-fated plane crash. Its Committee on the Air Force, chaired by Shehu Koko, promised to work with the NAF authorities to unravel the remote cause of the crash. While the committee mourns with families of the deceased, it urged Nigerians to remain calm and await the outcome of the investigations already launched by the Chief of Air Staff. Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari has sent his condolences to the Nigerian Air Force and families of victims who died in the crash. The president's message was contained in a statement by the Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina. The president said he was deeply saddened by the unfortunate loss of the dedicated and courageous personnel who died in the line of duty, and prayed for the peace of the departed souls. He added that while investigations into the cause of the crash are ongoing, the safety of the Nigerian airspace remains a key priority of the government. And now let's do some good news coming from Niger State. News says the 19 members of the same family who were kidnapped on a Niger State Transport Authority bus along Kontagora Road have been released. Governor Abubakar Sani Bello confirmed the release yesterday through his official Twitter account. The passengers were kidnapped on the 15th of February on their way back from a wedding in Rijau local government area of the state. The kidnappers had a video demanded a ransom of 500 million naira for their release, threatening to kill the hostages should the government fail to meet their demands. But the state government said it would not pay ransom to any kidnapper or for the abducted passengers and students of Government Science College, Katagara, or rather Kagara, who were abducted in the early hours of Wednesday. And that's it for the news this hour. We've still got sports coming up and, of course, Mike.
All right, welcome back. Now, we have this amazing opportunity to have a conversation with someone who speaks quite well.
We couldn't just let her go. Treasure TDK is still with us. We had to stop her as she was heading out. Come back. We want to talk to you. We want to help you find that man. But Treasure...
that is not the reason.
I'm
Please
sorry.
ignore him.
Yeah, but I was very, very excited about her poetry. Your poetry is beautiful, lovely.
Thank you.
Just wanted to say this and let everybody hear while I say to you that was beautiful. Awesome work there. Awesome.
Thank you.
So where do you get your themes from? Where do those messages come from? Do you just pluck them from the air, or do you have a focus?
I like how you said it, and it's something like that. But it's mostly when I'm in a state or in a phase.
Okay.
So usually that's like my conversation with the Holy Spirit.
Okay.
When I'm really down. So his comforting words, they end up being poetry to me.
Hang on a second. The Holy Spirit gives you hookup lines and how to pick up a man?
Yeah.
Girl, you got to introduce me to that Holy Spirit. It's what you have to do.
Okay.
Really?
Gladly.
But fantastic in your rendition, the way you put it across, the rhythm and movement and everything just works so well. Is this something I can learn? I fancy myself a writer, but maybe not as good as you, but I do write a little bit of poetry, but what I can't get is that rhythm which you use when you do your stuff.
I think it's just, you just have to be yourself when you're presenting it. It's how it comes to you is how you say it. So you apply yourself to the piece. You can't, you is the piece and the piece is you. So you have to apply yourself to it. Put your heart in it. Let every word be felt. So because that's how it came. So why hide it?
Especially likes the part where you said, I'm so sorry.
No.
I'm so excited. I especially like the part where you said, I'm hot and I'm hurt. And I'm like, ooh. Finish work.
It's really interesting. It's really interesting the way you weave your words, and obviously you've performed, you know, so many times on different platforms. But who are those platforms? So for those watching at home, what platforms are the ones that actually demand for a craft like yours?
Oh, well, I'd say religious and corporate. So I minister in church. I like to call it ministration when it's a church stage. And then I perform in some corporate events. I've done something for MTN twice. And it was amazing. You know, the audience was different. And so the fact that they were able to appreciate it just was fantastic. And some other corporate organizations as well. Then on YouTube, that's like my...
Okay.
Yeah, that's where
So what's your YouTube channel called?
Treasure TDK.
Treasure TDK.
Yes.
So we can get loads of those performances right there on YouTube.
Yes.
All right, amazing. I can't wait to watch them.
And by the way, the man you're looking for has just gone to YouTube to go search for you as well. So just put that in there
I'll be waiting.
She's waiting. Your words and your presence have got all the guys on set excited today. Thank you so much for joining us.
No, one man excited.
What? Look who's talking. Really? Mazino, I'm going to remind you about this next year when we're doing This Week in History next year.
Okay.
Speaking of This Week in History, we have to head on to that segment. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
This Week in History, February 26th, 1829, Levi Strauss, the legendary fashion designer, was born. Now, the German designer was most famous for founding Levi Strauss & Co., the first company to manufacture blue jeans, making it one of the world's most popular clothing items. Strauss opened his wholesale business as Levi Strauss & Co. and imported fine dry goods from his brothers in New York, including clothing, bedding, combs, purses, and handkerchiefs. But he also made tents and tarps. And later on, he used those tarps to create jeans. While he was living with a growing family, Jacob W. Davis was one of his customers and one of the inventors of the riveted denim pants. Now, you know what a rivet is? Those metal pins that are at the corners of your pockets. Yeah, he went into business with Davis and they began producing blue jeans. They patented the new style of work pants in 1873. So just imagine how old blue jeans actually are.
Yeah, well, the entire concept of jeans actually was for coal mining.
Yeah.
So if you're wearing jeans today as a fashion statement, you're a coal miner.
Really,
but hey, it is fashion indeed.
So the coal miners used to complain that their outfits used to
rip and tear.
They needed something.
Long.
So they took the tarpaulins from tents and started wearing them like clothes. Now, the next one we have is from February 23rd, 1889. Now, the movie director Victor Fleming was born. Now, he's famous and best known for The Wizard of Oz, an American musical fantasy film, and the romantic wartime drama Gone with the Wind, for which he won an Academy Award for Best Director. Now, casting stars like Judy Garland, Ray Bolger, Jack Haley, Burt Lay, we're talking about the Cowardly Lion, the Scarecrow, and the Tin Man there, and so many other great cast. The Wicked Witch of the West is a character I can't forget. And of course, in the 1939 drama Gone with the Wind, Victor Fleming starred Clark Gable, the very famous Clark Gable. And that movie won the Academy Award for Best Picture in 1940. Inflation not adjusting, highest grossing film of all time. and it was also the first Hollywood film to have a black female nomination for Best Supporting Actress for the role of Mammy, the housekeeper. The classic took home 8 Academy Awards and 12 other nominations and wins, and the 238-minute movie earned a cumulative gross earning of $400 million. Imagine that. So I'm not sure if you've watched Gone with the Wind.
I think I have.
Gone with the Wind?
Gone with the Wind, I think I
Yeah.
have.
It had like one of the most emotional kissing scenes where he dips her and then he kisses her. That was the best kiss of all time.
I can't do 240 minutes. That's 4 hours.
It's a lot of movie, but a beautiful movie.
Yeah. We have one more.
Yeah,
Hey,
we do.
Now,
We do.
the first U.S. $1 note issued February 23rd, 1862. It was not until the American Civil War that the U.S. had paper money in circulation as we think of it today. Now, during the early phase of the conflict, the government issued demand notes. These were slightly different to the legal tender we know of today, as they were paid directly to creditors who had to redeem them for coin currency. To meet the financial obligations imposed by the Civil War, the government issued the first Legal Tender Act in 1962. Make that 1862. Abraham Lincoln signed a bill creating the United States notes, the first legal tender fiat paper money in America. They became known as greenbacks due to their distinctive green design on the reverse of the notes. United States notes are still legal tender in America and are still in circulation, although originals are extremely rare and no new notes have been issued since 1971. The currency used at the moment are Federal Reserve notes, which were authorized in 1913. The bill was not without controversy, however. Some in Congress believe the Constitution did not give the federal governments the right to issue a paper currency, but the bill was passed and signed by President Lincoln anyway.
Yeah, so those dollars that we're always talking about, aiming for all the time, always looking to get those greenbacks. Yeah, that was the
history on them.
First ever note. Imagine how old money actually is, though.
Yeah, quite. Interesting stuff. Thanks for putting it together. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Now you know.
We have to take a quick break, though. There's still quite a bit coming your way right here on Wake Up Nigeria.
Alrighty, you are welcome back. It's still Wake Up Nigeria here for you, and we have a very interesting guest in the studio here with us. We have with us DWAD Creations. It's a Pan-African innovative-driven company that provides value-oriented synergy in architecture and also fashion design, which is made up of 2 operational arms. We'll be finding out much more from the CEO, Olushola Adetitu herself, who is with me right here. You are welcome. Which should it be, Shola, Tutu? I don't know. Which is it?
Well, the first name is Shola.
Okay.
Olushola.
Yes.
Yes.
So we'll stick to Olushola. So you're welcome here. DWAD, you guys are into plenty of fashion, and I've been through most of your work, and I find them very, very interesting. The mix of culture, Western, African, all coming together, and a bloom of colors and all of that. Tell us what your history or what your journey so far has been through fashion, the fashion industry.
Well, this has been, we've been in this for over 3 years right now.
Yes. Oh, you're rather young if it's 3 years.
Exactly, but we are not that young. But I choose to pick the official year, because if we're talking about when the operation started,
kick off, yeah,
that should be in 2014.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so, but officially, it's been over 3 years, because officially we started putting structures in place. So, yeah.
So you have a good structure now. You make employment for people.
Amazing.
Like, how big would you say the structure is?
Oh, I mean big enough to contain every fashion design.
Wow.
That
and
is
at
how
just
big it
3
is.
years old, that's very interesting. But I see that there's a lot of people who are endeavoring in this space when it comes to fashion. In fact, if not for the virus, through last year, we would have had series of fashion events go on. So you can see it's a very big sphere where people are competing. How does your business and how do you make your business stand out from the rest? What do you carve out as your niche when it comes to fashion?
So speaking of standing out, while other people couldn't even hold their fashion week last year due to COVID-19, DWAD Fashion Hub was able to hold theirs, you know.
Virtually, I presume.
No, it wasn't virtual, it was offline.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
Against all odds, we were able to run fashion exhibitions.
Okay.
So, about carving a niche, I'm not just talking about myself, I'm talking about other fashion designers, promoting every Lagos fashion designer to the world. So that is my niche.
Okay.
So I'm not like every regular fashion designer. Meanwhile, that was where I started from.
Okay.
Okay, but now we have moved into promoting every fashion designer.
So we're going to get to that, and you're going to tell us exactly how you mean. But let's go back to the start. When you started, it was just you, or was it a group of you? I want to know what challenges you might have faced so that people could take samples from what you've been through, the challenges and the successes of running a fashion business in Lagos. What were some of these challenges?
Well, first, the major challenge is I personally, I'm a design person, so I have my idea, and I want to make them so that you can buy them. But however, the way the Nigerian fashion has been, the people
concepts
exactly concepts don't come first. Everybody one bay what is really happening. They will take people will see this design and take it to a tailor. Please, can you make this for me? And
so there's no copyright or anything. You make a concept, tomorrow somebody else has it. Like the guy who wanted to make Ebuka's cloth.
That was a big challenge.
Yeah.
For instance, what I'm wearing right now.
Yes, tell us about this.
Was made by me.
Nice.
That is
Ashoke. Is that
perfect.
Ashoke? That is beautiful.
Made with blazers, a blend with leather. That is where you talk about the tradition, mixing the traditional with the Western. That was the whole idea. Well, a lot of people bought into it, especially people in diaspora, you know, because it also served as a winter jacket for them, and you know, the fact that, you know.
So how do you get your creations across the people across the world? Because you've just spoken about people in the diaspora. So how do you manage that?
So, majorly on the internet space. You know, like they said, I've traveled around the world. And when I say I've traveled around the world, we talk about the internet. I mean, I've seen how people do things all over the world. You know, so yes, the internet space, we are maximizing that very well, and we hope to keep maximizing that for our fashion designers now. Because one challenge fashion designers face is that they get stuck in their design when they are designing, and they don't have time to reach out to a wide range of clients. Okay. And that's why we're here.
Now let's talk about this promotion you were very, very passionate about talking. You say you promote other fashion designers. Now this is very unique because mostly people want to just make sure that they are promoting themselves and getting out there, offsetting the competition. But you are here talking about promoting other fashion designers. I'm just curious as to exactly how this mechanism works and what you're talking about.
Well, if you're a fashion designer, I would say right now, you should opt in at Duat Fashion Hub, because this is a place where people, let me just say, prospective clients get to know more about you, because Duat Fashion Hub actually projects you. It doesn't just take your clothes. You know, talks about the person who designed. You get to know your fashion designer. So that is the uniqueness in this, you know. So fashion designers should just see this as the future. Okay.
So you're a hub for other fashion designers as well.
Exactly.
Okay, and this is your platform, which it's on the internet, I'm guessing. Is that it? Okay. So you've gone further than just being a fashion designer. You've also gone into PR and the sort, is what I'm seeing, and you're helping to promote other people as well, which is very interesting. But for the very ordinary person, like maybe Ashi, who's a producer here, Mr. Bestman, who's also into fashion and who wants to get like you, where do they begin from? Where do they start from? What should they expect is going to happen? And how can they surmount whatever challenges that they face? Do tell us.
So, you, first and foremost, you go to our Instagram page at duad.fashion.hub. You get a shop space there. So then when you get a shop space, there are some few information. And I just want you to know, our shop space is actually free.
No, nice.
Yes.
Talk about promotion. Yes, that's great.
Yes, because we're encouraging fashion designers. Nice. So because we also know how the country is. You know, so we are supporting them. However, when they follow instructions, you know, And then we will then feature them on our e-commerce.
Nice,
shop.
fantastic. Listen, it's very interesting talking with you, and I'm not going to let you leave without giving you something from us. Over the morning, we've had Chef Shibiotumo in the kitchen preparing something very delicious. I might have to fight Mike to be able to get some, but for you, I'm sure that we can afford to have you. Why don't you come over this way?
Is that
and
so?
We're going to have you enjoy some of our very nicely put together breakfast, just all for you.
Welcome. Wow, this Ashoke jacket is on point.
Yes,
Thank you. Welcome. Please take a seat.
All right.
Thank you. I got it.
So this is breakfast that will set you up for the week. As an entrepreneur, when you are done with this kind of breakfast, you are ready for the whole week.
I can imagine.
Just a taste. So Shibiotumo, just very fast.
Hold on. Okay, I thought they wanted to take a shot of it.
Carry out
Good.
Just
yeah.
They'll take a shot of this one.
Yeah, they'll take a shot of that one. Go ahead. Have a taste.
So Shibiotumo, can you please tell us, just very fast?
Okra ogbono.
Okra ogbono.
Soup and the yellow. You have our crayfish,
Cupcake Eba.
the big crayfish, and the blended one. We have our turkey. We have lemon. We have stockfish. We have our pepper.
All right.
All this for me.
So please,
This is amazing.
have a taste, please.
All right. Okay. Should I use my hand or use fork? Traditional.
Anyone.
But it's all right.
Anyone.
It's all right. It's all right. Let's do this. All right.
Let's go.
Okay. Yes.
It's challenging.
It's challenging. This is unlike my hand, though. All right, but anyway.
Okay. You're an entrepreneur, you can manage the challenge.
Exactly.
Okay.
This is delicious. Thank you.
All right then. All right.
You mean
can
I
see
should
the look on her face. The impact is hitting the spot. Yes. Thank you so much, Chef.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is
Thank you
amazing.
for coming on the show. Thank you for being a part of the show. We'll see you tomorrow, Mazino.
Mazino is wondering when.
Don't worry, he's not here. He's not here.
You guys seem to be having fun. Once we're done, I'm jumping in that kitchen. And
I can imagine.
Don't come here.
No, we're
Now,
not done
Tuesday's
yet.
show is
Don't
going to
come
be
here.
amazing as well. You need to make sure you make it a date with us from 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. It's going to be great, especially if you're right there. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.